I think he gave us a thumbs up. We're
He
live.
did. We are live. Thank you, folks, for joining us. Episode 12, Valken Debrief at beautiful, colorful Colorado Ranch. And we are tired.
Still recovering.
Still recovering from Airsoft Con. It was great to see many of you. 3,600 attendees in a single day.
They blew that record.
From 9 to 4. They blew right through last year's record by over 1,000.
Yeah, over 1,000.
Over 1,000. But the weather was great. We had a good time. Saw many of you. Got many of you signed up for the Alliance. Got yourselves a patch. We're still doing that. Valken Alliance, our new player program. Be sure to head on over to www.valkenalliance.com to see more about our player program for Airsoft. So, today, this weekend. This weekend.
You got to cover the athletes.
Yes,
this weekend.
We got a lot of athletes and teams representing Valken all over the place. First up, at Code Red Airsoft Park in Paris, California, Laser Viper and Les Trooper are attending the Halloween Madness Zombie Apocalypse.
What happened to just like short little acronyms or like coming up with something like, why does everything have to be so long and drawn out specific?
Hey, it's a zombie game. They're going to have a good time.
Oh, of course.
I know they're already talking.
Laser Vipers, yeah.
I know they're already talking about...
Got the shotties.
Oh, yeah, shotguns, their loadouts. They're doing some crazy stuff. Overseas, at the Department CQB Airsoft Center in Leicester, Kelly from Femme Fatale Airsoft is going to be out there for an open day event. So if you're out in the UK, be sure to head on over to the Department CQB. Also on Saturday at Fort Hood, Texas for Operation Fall Offensive.
Oh, wow.
We've got the Raptors Airsoft team.
All right.
Our team Raptors are...
My favorite AO.
I know, Fort Hood. Boaz Mount Site. That's awesome. And at Stryker Airsoft in Hackettstown, New Jersey, Bobby Wolves is going to be up at Stryker for their 6-year anniversary event. I really love seeing these shops having anniversary events as they progress because there's...
Yeah. Because they've all passed that 4-year mark, so they're good. They're set.
Exactly. And let's not forget Black Ops Airsoft in Bristol, Wisconsin. Our team Nemesis Milsim is going to be out there on Saturday for open play. And then on Sunday, we're going to be seeing Les Trooper back at Hollywood Sports Park for open play. You'll see her. Just look for the girl with the purple mask crawling around shooting everybody. And that's the way it goes. So if you're just joining us, welcome to episode 12, Valken Debrief here at the beautiful Colorado Ranch. And today we're going to be talking urban play versus woods ball play.
What is this, paintball? Urban,
no, it's
outdoor,
not, it's not paintball. No, this is
woods ball.
So just want to hear from you guys. You know, where do you like where do you prefer, urban or woods? What about you?
I'm kind of like, I lean more towards urban. Like, not like CQB, like, close quarters, inside of a building. I like, mount
sites.
I like mount sites, so more of the urban. Because, you get a mix of everything, but like mount sites, it's kind of like, more on a larger scale. And, there is some room clearing, but there's a lot of like, assaulting building to building. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Real quick, hey, Richard joining us from Chile. Oh, and we got Javier from One Grunt's Opinion. Thanks for joining us, Javier. And Aaron, thanks for the beard comment. Always, and he's got one too. But I know you're talking about me. It's all good. Bring back Camp Graylings. Ooh,
Camp Graylings, where's that one?
I'm not sure. Matt McDonald says bring back Camp Graylings. For urban, for me, it hurts my feet. I have flat feet. And just stomping around on hot concrete.
Well,
all day
kick
long.
Back indoors, not all day.
Well,
if you're on the losing side and you can't get in the building, I can see why the flat feet would bother you, but...
Oh, you funny guy.
Oh, yeah.
Funny guy. Michael Bright from Direwolves Airsoft Team, he says urban. So, Matt McDonald says Camp Graylings is in Michigan.
Never played there. Never been.
We'll have to check that one out.
Yes.
So, where do you guys like to play? I do like woods. I don't like bugs, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, in Colorado, we're pretty fortunate here with the mountain desert. We don't have a whole lot of bugs. Of course, next to no ticks. But yeah, when you go outside, you don't have to use bug spray here. When you play in the kind of like southern region, more towards the East Coast. Yeah.
Do you think you see more in-game vehicles at urban games or wooded games?
Definitely the wooded games, because anytime I've seen vehicles used in like urban or mount sites, they like that whole IED heavy weapons thing. They're just so easy to get stopped. I mean, everybody's like kind of prepared for it. They'll have a launcher on them, to take it out, and then it just becomes like a death trap. Plus, historically, when there's what do they call it? I'm having a brain fart. The deuce, where like they load everybody in them, and then the driver is not thinking for some reason, and then stops and lets everybody out into an ambush or like right out in the open. So then everybody stops using them. I see them more at like outdoor events because of the size of the AO or the terrain. So it's more for like everybody to kind of get around, because you don't need rolling cover at a urban event, to be honest.
Yeah, true. Renfield from Tap Airsoft says, although we play outdoor, indoor is where it's at. Tell us why, Renfield. Why do you like the indoor? I mean, an urban area I think it's definitely a lot more intense.
Oh yeah,
there's
more
less
gunfights. Yeah,
there's less time between gunfights, and typically because it's more of a congested area. I did feel that they did like American Milsim out at Copperhead. Because they have all the streets and roads. I felt the vehicles.
Well, that's like suburban.
That is suburban. That is
like
suburban.
Yeah.
Mount is a little bit tighter, so you were able to see vehicles coming and going. But they do have vehicles out at D-Day, Adventure Park in Oklahoma, which typically you don't see those until literally you typically hear them before you see them, because it's just dense.
Yeah, coming down the road. But teams I play for, we mostly use those for getting ushering troops back and forth from respawn or the FOB up to the front line.
Oh my goodness. Do you think which do you think right now across all the event hosts? Do you think urban games are getting more draw or wooded games? Or do you think there's starting to be one more than the other?
I think everybody's like really going towards. I guess it depends on what venues you run in, because obviously Milsim West has, larger AOs, and if they have buildings, they don't make that like the focus. They try and use more of the AO, so a lot more is outdoors, and that draws that type of player. But I think events that are capped, obviously due to the size of the AO, like urban gets a lot of draw because they kind of are a little bit more exclusive, a little bit harder to obtain for an event. So I think urban has more of a draw just because it's kind of more of an exclusive. You don't get to play there all the time.
Right. I like Michael's comment. He likes urban because the distances are shorter and his bad knees can last much longer because he doesn't have to go as far. And also with the urban, it seems like a lot of different hosts are using the same urban areas. Because there's just not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Black Site in 2 weeks, that's a new one. Mm-hmm. But
GTI gets used a lot by a couple different companies.
Do you think places like GTI or Boaz Mount Site on Fort Hood, do you think they just get old?
No, I could play Fort Hood year after year. GTI is really cool. It's got just its own feel, and it's super tight. It's not one of my favorites.
Have you played there since they took the trees down?
I don't think so.
All the trees are gone now.
Like
when the buildings are up on the hill and there's like a wall of trees. Mm-hmm. They're all gone.
Oh no, I haven't played since they've done that. No.
See what?
Oh boy. No.
Yeah.
But it's just most of the time, like the 2 years I played at GTI, I spent most of my time outside. Taking care of stuff out there in the surrounding buildings. I never spent a whole lot of time in the building.
Javier from One Grunt's Opinion says hospitals, factories, and building complexes are what they want because it's conducive to that constant mad minute of fighting young guys want. And Javier's got a good point. The firefights are a lot more happening, a lot more intense. They're not walking for an hour before they get into a firefight,
right.
And it just keeps the kids engaged in what they're craving for.
And there's a couple that happen like malls, amusement parks, things like that. That's a lot of fun. But yeah, it's obviously it's the meat grinder. It's the BB slinging.
It is the meat grinder.
And I think that style of play, even though there's the whole like Call of Duty versus whatever Speed Software versus Milsim, I think that even the Milsim community craves the constant firefight, not so much the long range patrols or using waypoints in navigation. I think
exactly.
That's a pretty small demographic.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us, you're watching episode 12, the Valken Debrief here at the beautiful Colorado Ranch with myself, the Kaiju, and Valken Actual. So before we move on to our next topic, which is kind of, has to do with urban and woods, we're going to do our little promo for giveaway stuff. We've got our laser cut battle belt this week and plate carrier. This is Guido. And Guido is the Italian lover because he has the sexy abs. And Guido likes to steal your girlfriend. So he has been nicknamed Guido. But please share this video. And also, we're going to make a post tomorrow about winning this plate carrier and this battle belt. We've got all three colors, black, tan, and olive. And you'll get a chance to win. All you have to do tomorrow when we post up the announcement, just tag 3 of your friends over the weekend. And out of all the people that comment and tag, we're going to draw a winner, and you'll get your set from Guido himself. Plate carrier and battle belt laser cut. So, going on to our next topic, which is kind of goes along with urban and woods and
absolutely.
Us old guys, is footwear. Proper footwear when you play. So, what do you wear?
What do I wear? Solomon's or Oakley's.
You got nice money and stuff, I guess.
Well, I mean, I did like the Magnums and the baits. I just like ran the soles out of the baits that came flying off.
So, what he's talking about is like that low profile, super lightweight shoe. All around shoe.
The Solomon, the trail runners with the cool,
right.
like, fast,
like this
high speed laces.
These are my well-worn Lalos, which I like to wear these for indoor. And when I'm shooting real firearms at a range, because it's typically very flat or whatever. But yeah, you do have those guys that just lightweight, good for trail running. But the drawback is they don't typically have a lot of ankle support.
Right, which in airsoft, we don't need a lot of the time because we don't have plates, we don't have the weight of all the ammunition, we don't have a rucksack, so it's a pretty high speed loadout, so you don't need a lot of ankle support.
Bobby Wolves says he goes South Jersey barefoot. I don't know about that, Bobby.
South Jersey, but what?
A lot of guys are saying Merrill's. Merrill's is a popular.
Yeah, I mean, you can get them anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, Cabela, you can get them at Cabela's, Big Five, Amazon. I mean, everybody.
So the Merrill's are these? No, these aren't Merrill's.
High techs.
These are high techs. So look at that. This is Boaz Mount Sighton mud right there.
That clay mud.
That clay mud. It's
but
just
these are still like a mid.
Yeah, this is like a mid-height boot. Because some people, some people get Gore-Tex, some people get leather, some people get, I prefer leather because
You like to break them in?
no, just rocks and thorns, especially like in wooded areas, they may be hotter. So there's a trade-off,
You got your
but
jungle boots. You got your temperate weather. You got your inclement weather.
Oh yes. So you've got your low tops, fast, lightweight, breathable. You've got your mid tops, for a little bit more aggressive terrain.
Yeah, I remember starting off with like the standard issue jungle boots with the leather and that thick, hard sole. Oh yeah.
Look how tiny these are. So
The youths.
this is the youth size. So these are my son's Spaz. This is what he wears. I always make sure when he's playing that he's good ankle protection. And I think that's a big thing whether you're playing in mout, rock quarry, wooded, is you want something that gives you good ankle support. Because I've seen a ton of people roll ankles on this stuff.
Oh, it's because they don't warm up and stretch.
Yes. Some people wear cleats too.
Cleats? What?
Yeah.
Ooh, what?
Yeah, Aaron from Tap Airsoft, he likes wearing cleats, and he plays a lot of outdoor. Likes to get that traction.
All right.
I guess.
Stop too fast and land in your face.
Yeah. And yes, we could always use new footwear because typically we wear them until they fall apart.
Oh, yeah. I've had many of the soles just come off. I've gotten through many an op with duct tape.
Yes.
Just duct tape it back together.
And, Javier brings up a good point. Good socks and foot powder also help.
Yeah.
And breaking the shoes in. I've seen so many times kids show up to an event with brand new shoes. Like these, not really a problem. But when you're talking full leather with uppers, your feet are going to hurt if you don't break them in.
Well, I always do like the orthopedic insoles too, so doesn't matter what it is. My Solomons, I would put orthopedic gels in them.
Joe Swan said he used to wear cleats till he stepped on a wet railroad tie. Ooh, that had to be pretty gruesome. Kaylee says improper footwear is how she messed up her knee. It's dangerous to play with bad shoes. Amen to that. Dirty boots. Yeah, I never clean off my boots. I like to take, as you can see, I like to take. I don't clean
Obviously, it doesn't like to take care of them. Like rub them down, oil them.
It gives them character.
Sure.
It gives them character. It really does.
Lazy.
Yeah, that too, lazy.
That too.
It's just, especially because you've taken your son out to an event, and then I've taken my son out to an event, and you get home. One, before you go to that, you're not only prepping your gear, but their gear.
Yeah.
And then when you get home, you're just like, it's just staying in the box.
Yeah.
I'm not touching it.
No, it just stays in there.
It just stays in there. So, for those of you joining us, episode 12, Valken Debrief, thank you so very much. Please don't forget, if there's a topic you'd like us to discuss or a special guest you would like to see on the Valken Debrief, please write it in the comments. So, we do have some special guests planned. We're ironing out our schedule right now, but once we get those, we still got plenty of slots, and we'd love people to join us, learn about their history, or just partake in the shenanigans and the questions and answers.
Oh, yeah, I think Matt had a lot of fun last week, so that was good.
Yeah, we did. It was funny when we started and we're talking about the new Blade Runner movie, and somebody commented, "Blade Runner, seriously?" Hey, we're all
geeks.
We're all nerds.
Come
Yep.
on.
We run around playing with toys, pretending to be pew pew. That's what we do. So, all right. So, for our last topic of the day, this one's a pretty fun one. Patches. Is it a hobby or an addiction? So, what do you guys think? I used to get a ton of patches. It wasn't like I was going out there asking for them. You know, some people were like, oh, here's a patch. Oh, thank you. You know, and I trade, and they just stayed in a box because I didn't know what to do with them. Really, I was just like
the little trophy, the coins. You get the challenge coins. They all just go in like some Bosch shoebox somewhere.
Velcro is expensive.
Well, no,
and
I
heavy.
had Josh from Viper Tactical. He turned me on to a pretty cool alternative. The like carpeting fabric that they use to cover speaker boxes.
Oh,
Yeah, is very,
is that cheap?
Oh yeah, so cheap.
Oh, wow.
Like $3 a yard. So 3 feet by 3 feet for like $3 or $4 from your local fabric stores. So I took a Sunday afternoon and went and got myself a couple yards and got myself like MDF board, and I just measured it out and sprayed down both sides with like that contact adhesive.
Oh, okay.
Just contact adhesive to the board, drilled and put some grommets in it and screwed it to the
You're
wall.
such a Tim Taylor handyman.
And it's this giant, next to my computer, like my office space, is this giant patch wall. So now I can finally fit everything on there. But I mean, it's cool to have the Velcro patch walls. I've seen guys who have a patch wall that they take with them. I think like
traveling
has
patch
like
wall.
a traveling patch wall that you can string up. But yeah, they just get so expensive, and then you buy one from one manufacturer and you get another one, and then you get this cobbled together collection. So I found that the speaker box fabric. Now, when you go and you ask for like speaker box fabric, they try and like show you to the black stretchy material that goes over the speaker itself, but it's actually like the gray fabric you want. I mean, it's like carbon.
Right.
And that super cheap alternative, and it sticks really well too. It's not one of those things where you're always trying to like, they're trying to like.
He's too far away.
No,
He's too far away.
I want to be close.
Laser Viper says,
What?
patches are a way of life, bro.
Maybe. I mean,
Matt McDonald says their addiction. Now, see, I like Javier's comment.
no, addiction is when I see like someone who's got their back panel on their plate carrier covered with American Milsim stars.
Aaron says a hobby is just a healthy addiction. I don't know if I agree with that one, Aaron.
I don't know.
But-
A healthy addiction. maybe if like your significant other supports it because you're getting off your butt and going out and getting some exercise, maybe. But like those patches get expensive.
They do. Javier says don't buy them, collect them, and the stories from getting them. Yes,
Yeah, I agree.
that's what mine is. It's
like
each
my
one has a story.
best cache of patches I ever got was when I went to Border War, and there was like this trade going on from all these different guys from different countries. So I ended up coming back from Europe with a lot of really cool ones that are don't touch that one.
Oh, Matt McDonald says green poker table felt works. It's what he used. I've seen a lot of people also, and I think it's vehicle dependent, but depending on what your roof,
I've
the
seen
interior
people's-
of your ceiling has for fabric. I know Rich from Airsoft C3. Every time we're doing Marco Polo, you just see all his patches up under the inside. Hey, Adam Spike Rivera from GBB Central
All right,
joined us. What up, Adam?
gonna have to place another
In
order
Texas.
soon.
Ooh, yes. Ryan Brown says he trades other airsofters and field owners for his field patches, so it's fun to see where he has been and who he has met, all because of airsoft. Now that's cool.
The
That is
patch
pretty
wall
cool.
at EVIC was pretty cool, where like you could put up
Yes.
their stuff, and then I mean it's there all the time. You just walk up and they populate it with their own patches, but you put one on, you get to pick anyone that's been put on and take it off. So
Give one, take one. I think that we should see more of that at events. That would be cool. I mean, I've really only seen that at the EVIC store. I've never really seen it on site in an event. That would be. I mean, people would be going crazy for that. I think that would be a cool idea.
be a way to get your team patch out there or your company patch. Get into people's hands and get some trade off of it.
You see what Aaron says at the top?
Kaiju just say.
Kaiju just saves his hair when he shaves and glues it to the wall. Hashtag organic patch wall.
Okay.
So is this hook or is this loop, Aaron?
No, it's because of that. It's because that majestic patch picture from Evic.
Do you have a cool patch story?
Do I have a cool patch story? I don't think so.
I have a funny patch story.
You have a funny patch story. Okay.
So I'll tell the funny one first. So American Milsim, they'd have me as a commander, and it was always hard for unit identification because, you know, we're all in the same multi-glam or whatever, right? So it was just simple. Cut out 2 pieces of Velcro, stick fluorescent green duct tape on it. You have a little square, you have cat eyes. They don't glow. They're just throw on the back of your helmet.
High-vis daylight.
Yeah, throw on the back of your helmet or your backpack. Everybody knows, hey, our unit is green. And so, like, first squad would just have 1, second squad would have 2 squares, you know, and so on. Or platoons or whatever, right? And it was cheap and it was easy. I actually saw on a patch exchange, some guy got, you know, like half a dozen or so patches. Hey, I got this lot, you know, of patches. Does anybody know what these green squares are for? And I thought that was so funny that
someone traded off their DIY patches.
I know, right? But probably the coolest patch story was this 16-year-old kid. I was at the junkyard in Oklahoma, ESR. And
Roosevelt.
Yep. And he comes up to me with his parents, and he asks me, "Hey, are you kaiju?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." You know, and he's like, "You know, I really, you know, like how you play, and I follow you on Instagram or whatever, and you know, I just want to give you one of my patches." And I was like, it was a little 1-inch, you know, square patch that had his initials on it. But the fact that I'm like, this kid has his own patch, I was like, dude, that is awesome. So I gave him one of mine, and
he didn't have to shoot you for it.
No, he didn't have to shoot me for it. My patches are coming back, by the way. I'm coming back. Don't you worry about it. Woodcock is taking credit for. It was Woodcock's idea for the friendly identifiers.
So I guess, you know, he's allowed to have a good idea once in a while.
Yes, those Cav guys are allowed to have a good idea. So, guys, thank you for joining us today. Episode 12, Valken Debrief. Please share the video, share it with your friends. Also, be sure to go to valkenalliance.com. Check out our new player program. Make any comments below if you like to see special guests.
Suggestions, ideas.
Topics.
Yeah.
Yes. So, thanks for joining us.
Best joke.
Ooh, best joke.
Best kaiju joke wins.
Ooh. I'd sign up for that. That'd be awesome. You can make fun of me all day long. You won't hurt my feelings. So, thanks, folks. Be sure to join us next week, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, Thursday, for episode 13, Valken Debrief, and we'll catch y'all later.